Sum of subsets. Sum of subsets, which is the topic in our chapter backtracking. Backtracking is the unit 5 in our subject design and analysis of algorithms. So what is a sum of subsets? Subsets means in our mathematics we have a set theory. In set theory we have sets. Set is a collection of elements. So this in that set, from this set we have subsets also. Then how many number of subsets are there for a set with n elements? That is power set. If there are two elements are there in a set, there are 2 square equal to 4 subsets. Okay, now sum of subsets, that means you are adding the elements in the subset. If the value is m indicates the sum of the elements in each subset. Suppose m is the constraint, some integer number. So sum of subsets, that is sum of the elements in any subset, is equal to m. That means we have reached the solution state. So that is sum of subsets. Now see the unit 5. We have backtracking, the general method, already covered this chapter, this topic. The 8 queens problem already completed in yesterday's class. Now our present topic is sum of subsets. First of all, we will discuss, we will revise, we will do the revision on the concept of backtracking, since we are solving the problem of sum of subsets by using the technique backtracking. We have several techniques in our design and analysis of algorithms. In that, backtracking is one technique. So we are discussing this backtracking technique. So in that, we are considering the sum of subsets problem. So we have concept of backtracking, types of problems, definition of subset problem, example of subset problem, algorithm of subset problem. Okay, these are the topics in our today's class. What is backtracking? Already explained. Backtracking is an algorithmic technique that considers searching in every possible combination for solving a problem. It is known for solving problems recursively. We are applying the recursion, one step at a time, and removing those solutions that don't satisfy the problem constraints at any point of time. So, solutions that don't satisfy problem constraints, those paths are those solutions we need to remove, so that the search space you can reduce. Okay, It is a redefined brute force approach that tries out all the possible solutions and chooses the best possible ones out of them. So, already you know what is a brute force approach. Brute force approach in that we are searching each and every path. We try to find the solution. So, we need to generate each and every path and compare to find the best path. Refine this brute force approach. Refined brute force approach means in our backtracking algorithm, when we are searching for a solution, if one of the some of the paths in the intermediate checkpoints, if it is not reaching the solution, or if it never reaches the solution, then simply remove that particular path or simply abandon that particular one, and you can backtrack, you can try for an alternative path. So this is a refined brute force, since some of the paths will not be considered killed. So that is why it is a refined brute force, so that the amount of time, searching time, will be reduced to find the solution. So the backtracking approach is generally used in the cases where there are possibilities of multiple solutions, chance of occurring multiple number of solutions. So the definition of backtracking is as a general algorithmic technique that considers searching every possible combination in order to solve a computational problem. To solve the problem. Now, backtracking is a technique based on algorithm to solve a problem. It uses the recursive calling to find the solution by building a solution step by step, increasing values with time. So it removes the solutions. Solutions are removed that does not give rise to the solution of the problem based on the constraints given to solve the problem. Since in some solutions, the constants are not satisfied, the conditions are not satisfied. Suppose in our in our sum of subsets problem, when you consider sum of the elements, sum of the subsets in our set, the total value in the subset elements, when you add, should give some integer value, that is 30, for example. So when you add the elements in the subset, if it is 30, okay, that particular solution is considered. Suppose when you are finding the solution in the intermediate checkpoint, if it never reaches our value, then you can abandon that particular set. You can kill that particular path. That is the case. Now backtracking algorithm applied to specific types of problems. Decision problem, optimization problem, enumeration problem. Decision problem means find a feasible solution of the problem. What is the feasible solution? Optimization problem means find the best solution that can be applied. See, optimization లో బెస్ట్ సొల్యూషన్ మనం ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయాలి. డెసిషన్ ప్రాబ్లంలో ఫీజిబుల్ సొల్యూషన్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయాలి. అదే ఎన్యూమరేషన్ ప్రాబ్లం అనుకుంటే లిస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఫీజిబుల్ సొల్యూషన్స్, సెట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ ఫీజిబుల్ సొల్యూషన్స్ మనం ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయాలి. ఎన్యూమరేషన్, దట్ ఈస్. సో ఇన్ బ్యాక్ ట్రాకింగ్ ప్రాబ్లం ది అల్గరిథమ్ ట్రైస్ టు ఫైండ్ ఏ sequence path to the solution which has some small checkpoints from where the problem can backtrack if no feasible solution is found for the problem. So in that particular path, If no feasible solution is found, then we need to backtrack and find the checkpoints. And from these checkpoints, you can try an alternative path. Okay, tree representation already explained. Since we are using the search tree or space tree for finding the solution to the problem, we are using the tree structure. Now subset some problem. Okay, subset some problems. Okay, given positive numbers wi 1 to n, I varies from 1 to n, the value of I in the positive numbers wi. Say weights, weight 1, weight 2, weight 3, like this. There are n number of weights. And m means the total value of the elements in the subset. That should be equal to m. Such a type of subsets we need to find. So this problem requires finding all subsets of wi whose sums are m. That means sum of the elements in each subset, solution subset, should be m. So m is the positive integer we are using. So all solutions are k tuple solutions, 1 to n. So explicit constraints. What are the explicit constraints here? Xi belongs to j. J is an integer and j is between 1 to n. The value of j should be between 1 to n. So xi, x1, x2, x3, x4, like this. Those things belongs to j. Okay. Implicit constraints. No two xi's can be the same. No two elements can be the same. Should not be same. That is the sum of the corresponding wi's be m. M, sum of the weights. Xi less than xi plus 1. That means should be in increasing order. We are arranging the elements. Total order in indices to avoid generating multiple instances of the same subset. For example, 1 to 4 and 1 4 2 represent the same subset. 1 comma 2 comma 4 and 1 comma 4 comma 2 elements are same. Okay, these two are subsets, but you can consider as a same subset. So a better formulation of the problem is where the solution subset is represented by an n tuple x1 to xn, x1, x2, x3, x4 up to xn, such that xi belongs to 0, comma 1. That means in the solution subset, which is a n tuple solution subset, in that we are taking zeros and ones. Zeros and ones are the solution. Suppose 0 means that particular weight is not element or the weight in the set not included in our case. Suppose 1 means it is included. 1 అంటే మనం ఇంక్లూడ్ చేసాం, మనం ఇందులో యాడ్ చేసాం. 0 అంటే ఆ పర్టికులర్ ఎలిమెంట్ని మనం యాడ్ చేయలేదు. So the above solutions are then represented by, we have 1 comma 1 comma 0 comma 1. That means first one is included, second one is included, but third one not included. Fourth one is included, like this. 0 అంటే include చేయలేదు, 1 అంటే include చేసాం. అది for both the above formulations, the solution space is 2 power n distinct tuples. 2 power n. What is the meaning of 2 power n? That is power set. Suppose there are n elements in a set, then the power set means all the subsets when you consider, that is 2 power n. So for example, n equal to 4. See, just see the example, you can easily understand. N equal to 4. N equal to 4 means 4 weights are there, 4 weights. What are the 4 weights? W is equals to weight vector. W is equals to 11, 13, 24, 7. These are the 4 weights we are taken. So n equal to 4. And m equal to 31. What is m? That is a constraint or the condition should be such that the elements, when you add, the elements are the weights in a subset. When you add, when you sum it, when you total it, then the value should be 31. That is the constraint. So the desired subsets are, these are the desired subsets, 11, 13, 7 and 24, comma 7. See, 4 weights are given. One is 11, second one is 13, third one is 24, fourth one is 7. Now to get 31, what are the numbers to be added? Suppose if we add 11, 13 and 7, what is the value? So 11 plus 13 is 24, 24 plus 7 is 31. So m equal to 31. Now the desired subsets are 11, 13, 7. Okay, what is about 24 and 7? If we add 24 and 7, then what is the value? That is 31. So that means you can take the subset 24, comma 7 as a one solution set, and the subset, that is 11, 13 and 7, that is equal to 31. Okay, these are the solution subsets. If we add some of the numbers, then you should get 31. So the following figure shows a possible tree organization for two possible formulations of the solution space for the case n equal to 4. So we are representing this one solution space as a space tree structure, state space tree structure. So here number of elements and number of weights in the given set are 4. So n equal to 4. A possible solution space organization, when you take, see, we have the 1, first one, circle representation, level 1. In that first element, first one, root. At the level 2, we have 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 nodes are there. At level 3, next level, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like that. We have the values. Now, see, from 1, root node 1, x1 equal to 1, x1 equal to 2, x1 equal to 3, x1 equal to 4. So we consider there are 4 nodes. Okay. So there are 4 nodes. Here consider 1, first element, second element, third element, fourth element. Suppose when you consider one of the solution space, x1 equal to 1, x2 equal to 2, and x3 equal to 4. That means 1, 2, and 4. 1 to 4 is considered. That is 31. 13th number node, you got the solution. Since already discussed, that is 11, 13, and 7. That comes under 1, 2, and 4. So 1 means x1 equal to 1, x2 equal to 2 means x1 equal to 1 means first element, first weight. Uh, x2 equal to 2 means second weight. x3 equal to 4 means, see, 6 to 13, node from node 6 to node 13, x3 equal to 4 means fourth element, fourth weight. So what is the first weight, second weight, and fourth weight in our example problem? First weight is 11, second weight is 13, fourth weight is 7. If we add, then we'll get 31. So at 13 node number 13, you got the solution. Where 1, 2, 6, 3, 6, 13 is the path. So x1 equal to 1 means first one is considered. Again, next, at the second level, at the next level, x2 equal to 2 means second node is considered. At the next level, branch, x3 equal to 3 means the third one is considered. So third one is considered. Okay. So this is the sum of subsets problem represented in state space tree. So two possible formulations of solution space for the sum of subsets problem. See in the figure, so variable tuple size formulation, this one, the edges are labeled such that an edge from level I node to level I plus 1 node, I node, okay, this one. Next node, next level is I plus 1 node, represents a value for xi. So we are representing this edge. This is a value for xi. Xi equal to xi equal to anta 1, x1 equal to 1, I equal to 1. So xi equal to 1. See this one, x1 equal to 1. At each node, the solution space is partitioned into sub-solution spaces. Again, we are dividing into further sub-solutions. So the solution space is defined by all paths from the root node to any node in the tree, from the root node to every other node, all the paths we are considering. Since any such path corresponds to subset satisfying the explicit constraints. The possible paths are, this corresponds to the empty path from the root to itself. From the root, again you are considered to the root, then that is a empty path. See, we have the paths from node 1, node 1 to, you can consider one another path, one node 1 to node 2. Again consider another path node 1 to node 2, node 2 to node 3, you can take, or 1 to 3. That is 1 to 3 path. That means you are taking the 3 elements, 3 weights, 1 to 3, 4. All these are subsets. Suppose 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 edges with 1, first edge is with 1, next edge with 2, next edge with 3, next edge with 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That is a one subset or one path. 1 to 4, enter path 1 to 1, 2, and 4. You can consider node 1, node 2, node 6, node 13. That is a 1, 2, 4 path. So 2, 2 comma 3. Like this, all these are paths. So leftmost subtree defines all subtrees containing W1. That means weights. The next subtree defines all subsets containing W2, but not W1, and so on. That means we have the different weight subsets. So the edges from level I node to level I plus 1 node, level I node to level I plus 1 node, there is an edge. So these edges we are labeling, okay, with the value of xi, which is either 0 or 1. So all paths from the root to a leaf node defines the solution space. So suppose from root node 1 to the leaf node 13, there is a solution space. Again from root node 1 to the leaf node 11, there is a solution space. We consider, okay, by considering these weights or the edges, we are generating the solution space tree. The right subtree defines all subsets not containing W1. Now there are 2 power 4 leaf nodes which represent 16 possible tuples. Since we have 4 elements in the given problem. See, in the given problem, just check it here. In the given problem, we have 4 elements 11, 13, 24, 7. So we consider all the subsets of 11, this W, the set W. Then how many subsets you will get? That is 2 power 4. Since 4 elements are there, so number of subsets are 2 power 4. That is 16. So leaf nodes which represent the 16 possible tuples. So a possible solution space. This is the organization for sum of subsets problem. So each node in the tree represents the problem state. So all paths from the root to other nodes define the state space of the problem. Okay. So the tree corresponds to the variable tuple size. Variable tuple size formulation. The edges are labeled such that an edge from level I node to level I plus 1 node represents a value for xi. At each node, the solution space is partitioned into sub-solution spaces. So from root node to any node in the tree, define the solution space since any such path corresponds to a subset satisfying the constraints, explicit constraints. So this should satisfy the explicit constraints. Then only that particular solution path will be considered as the final solution. So the possible paths are, all these are possible paths. Now see the algorithm, our recursive backtracking algorithm subsets. See, in this algorithm, you need to understand what is the bounding function in the sum of subsets problem. Okay, bounding function bk of x1 to xk is equal to true if and only if sigma I equal to 1 to k wixi plus sigma I equal to k plus 1 to n wi greater than or equal to m. So it should be more than m. M, what is m? M is the our constraint that the elements in the subset when you add it should be equal to m. Then only we will consider that particular subset as the solution since sum of subsets should be equal to m. So we have the formula bounding function sigma I equal to 1 to k wixi, that is sum of the weights with xi equal to 1 plus I is equal to k plus 1 to n, that is remaining sum of weights. The total should be greater than or equal to our value, that is the bounding function. Okay, this is the algorithm for backtracking. In this algorithm, we are using the sum of subsets. Name of the algorithm is sum of SUB. SKR, these are the three parameters we are using in the algorithm. First parameter, initial value is 0 since there is no sum made on the given elements. In the K, initial value is 1 and R is equal to sum of weights. We are taking the sum of weights, total weights. So find all subsets of W 1 column n, 1 to n. This is a vector array W that sum to m. The values of x of j, that is j from 1 to k, have already been determined. S equal to sigma j is equal to 1 to k minus 1 w of j not equal to x of j, and r equal to, that is the weight of the remaining elements, that is equals to j equal to k to n w of j. So the w of j's are in non-decreasing order since all the weights are in the non-decreasing order. Already see the example. In our example, okay, we are considering the non-decreasing order. It is assumed that w of 1 should be less than or equal to m, our value. Suppose, for example, the sum should be 30, then it should be less than w of 1 first weight should be less than total sum required. So sigma I equal 1 to n w of I. That means total weights should be greater than or equal to m. Sum of the weights of the given set should be greater than or equal to the required positive value. So generate the left child s plus w of k less than or equal to m. Since bk minus 1 is 2, x of k is equal to 1. సో లెఫ్ట్ చైల్డ్ని మనం జనరేట్ చేయాలి స్టేట్ స్పేస్ ట్రీలో. అలాగే ఇఫ్ ఎస్ ప్లస్ డబ్ల్యూ ఆఫ్ కే ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఎం, దట్ ఈస్ ద రిక్వైర్డ్ వాల్యూ. ఎం ఈజ్ ద రిక్వైర్డ్ వాల్యూ రీచ్ వెన్ యూ యాడ్ ఎస్ అండ్ డబ్ల్యూ ఆఫ్ కే. దెన్ రైట్ ఎక్స్ 1 to k subset form. There is no recursive call here as w of j greater than 0. So j varies from 1 to n. Else, if s plus w of k plus w of k plus 1 is less than or equal to m, it should be less than m. Then sum of subsets is s plus w of k comma k plus 1 comma r minus w of k. So generate right child and evaluate bk. Now you can generate the right child. So again check the condition s plus r minus w of k greater than or equal to m and s plus w of k plus 1 less than or equal to m. These are the two conditions should be satisfied. Then x of k is equal to 0. Sum of subsets is equal to, again you are calling the same function. Sum of subsets, sum of subsets. That is a recursive call, calling the same function again with the arguments s comma k plus 1 comma r minus w of k. Okay, this is the recursive algorithm for the sum of subsets problem. So portion of state space tree generated by sum of subsets. Suppose we have initially 0, 1, 73 total. This one is a total one. Okay, x1 equal to 1 means first one is included. x2 equal to 1 means second one is included. x3 equal to 1 means third one is included. Like this we can consider the tree. And suppose some of the paths in the intermediate checkpoint is not reaching the goal state, then you can identify and remove that particular path, or don't go further in that particular path and backtrack from there and try to find alternative one. Suppose when you consider here okay, this is about the state space tree for the sum of subsets. Okay, same thing, sum of subsets problem. So there is a dead end in the tree appears only when either of the two inequalities exist. When there is an inequality, then there is a reaching of dead end. So that instead of brute force approach, if we go for backtracking for solving the same problem, lot of time will be saved unnecessary paths you can kill. See, in this example, see this example tree. We have n equal to 6. 6 elements are given. M equal to 30. Total value of the subsets should be equal to 30. And W is a vector with 6 elements. That is a weight vector. The elements are given 5, 10, 12, 13, and 15, and 18. See that state space tree for these values, the rectangular nodes list the values of S, K, and R on each of the calls to sum of sub algorithm. So circular nodes represent the points at which the nodes subsets with some M are printed out. So at nodes A, B, see these are the circular nodes. Circular nodes are, you can see in the figure, the circular nodes. These are the circular nodes A, B, and C. These three are circular nodes. These will reach the our goal, our success. That means the value should be 30 here. Okay, that is why A, B, and C are the goal nodes, are successful nodes, paths. And see the output is respectively 11001. See here, from here, check from the root node 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. This is the output. Now see for B, what is the path? 1, 0, 1, 1. This is the path. That is the solution. Now see for C, node C. You have the path 0, 0, 1, 3 zeros, if you observe. Okay, this contains only 23 rectangular nodes, only 23. So the full state space tree for n equal to 6 contains 2 power 6 minus 1, 63 nodes from which calls could be made. Okay, we have the 63 nodes. Actually, when you consider the full state space search tree, exhaustive search or brute force technique, then 63 nodes are needed for finding the solution. Whereas in our case, we have applied the backtracking and killed some of the paths which are not reaching the solution. So 23 rectangle nodes are enough. So that is why lot of time is saved when you go for backtracking to find the solution instead of going for brute force search technique. Already discussed the in 4 elements case, we have the node generated 25 and nodes survived are 14. Remaining paths are killed or remaining nodes are killed. So 19.4% advantage. Okay, this is about sum of subsets problem. So what is sum of subsets problem? Sum of subsets problem. We are taking the subsets of the given set and finding the sums. Which one satisfies our constraint? The sum should be equal to 30 or sum should be equal to 40. The constraint. Which one gives, which subset elements, sum gives, satisfies the constraint. Only those subsets will be considered as the solution. Okay. Okay, dear students, class is completed. Those who want to leave, they can leave. If you have any doubts, please do the message in the chat box. Thank you. Thank you, dear students.